Welcome to From Our Father's Heart for October 5th, from his perspective. Do you know that I am aggressively at work changing your perception of others? That is one of my main focuses on your path to becoming like Jesus. When I get you to see other people as he did, you will be well on your way to being a usable tool to accomplish my will on the earth. Before you have his heart toward others, all of your actions are tainted by your faulty perceptions and opinions. They are worthless in accomplishing my will. Jesus saw everyone from my perspective from the beginning of creation. His coming to earth was not just happenstance. It was an outward expression of our unity, long before the sin in mankind was expressed outwardly. Even for the very first time, all was prepared to accomplish the work on the cross. We saw your need. Have you ever thought of my words to you and those actions toward you through the centuries, those written and those expressed in the life of Jesus as the epitome of love? Everything that has been done was done for your benefit from a heart of love. I'm bringing your heart to that same place of love. I need you to love others as I do. I want no one to perish, not even your most aggressive enemy. Set a gauge as to how close you are to being in accord with my heart. How much do you love others? I would venture to say that if you were really honest with yourself and with me, you would find that you have little love toward those in my family, much less toward those who hate you. You mutter judge and set your face against anyone who does not see as you do. How does that compare to the words of forgiveness that Jesus said from the cross? It is where you must go. It is where I'm taking you before you are completely usable in my work. Luke 23, 33 and 34, NIV. When they came to the place called the Skull, there they crucified him, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." End of scripture reading. More than likely, the soldier who drove the nails in the hands and feet of Jesus still had the hammer in his hand. It's possible that the men who vented their demonic aggression toward him earlier with their whips followed him to the place of the cross for the satanic thrill of final victory. Some scholars say that some in the jeering crowd, even some of those who only days before called him the Son of God, spit at him and gnashed their teeth against him. In their grief, they hated him for dying and disappointing their hopes. The religious leaders probably stood off to the side with smirks of prideful power, some possibly already plotting their next juicy bit of learned wisdom to give to their inquiring students. For everyone there, and for everyone in the future who would laugh at his life, at all that he was, and at his gruesome death, Jesus asked his Father to forgive them, of all the words that the Son of God could have said, of all the power he could have invoked against those who had murder, rebellion, ridicule, and every other base emotion toward him in their hearts. He only spoke words of compassionate forgiveness and astounding love. His heart broke for those who killed him. Even then, in the midst of unimaginable pain and horrifying death, he could only see their desperate need as they wallowed in their sin. After many years of basking in that same kind of love towards me from my Lord, I probably still would want to call down legions of angels to get those ungrateful, pompous bigots if I had been him. Maybe even jump off that cross and shown everyone who's really in charge why I would... Needing your mercy and forgiveness more than ever, Lord, please change my heart and how I perceive others so that you can use me. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.